I'm sitting on my phone. Hey, y'all, how's it going? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays, and this is a show we call Total Chaos, where I take two of our expert handicappers and pit them head to head to give you guys their best picks on the over or the under of 5 college football games that happen on Saturday, October the 2nd. What's going on, Timothy Earl from Earl Sports Bets? How you feeling about taking on Chip?
I mean, we get to go over a couple of college football games, and I get to go up against a legend, so why not?
Hey, can't go. It's a win-win, really. It's a win-win. Yep. Chip, how are you feeling about this little young blood over here, huh?
No, I love it. It loves a challenge. It keeps me going, keeps me young. And we're sitting ready to go because, this new wave of handicappers, they look at things much differently than I do from my old school. But, it doesn't mean result. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Am I right? So you can win a number of different ways.
Why does there need to be more than one way to skin a cat? Because who skins cats to begin with? But then who thinks outside of the box and is like, you know what? There's a better way I could do this.
Yeah, so you can start with the cat laying on its back. Or, you could also start, if you'd like, while it's still alive, which would add really bad excitement.
Chip, you might go into your first time out ever. Okay, your first time out ever. That might happen. Just a PSA, a side note, we here at Picks and Parlays do not endorse or condone the skinning of cats.
We don't?
No, we do not.
No. You're not into animal cruelty.
No.
Say it all the time. I love this show. We love that you love this show. How's it going, Moby? How's it going, Nick Earl from Earl Sports Bets? All right, let's get this party started. Like I said, 5 games that happen on Saturday. They're all college football. Whoever gets the most correct comes back as the Total Chaos champ. Tim Earl, you're going to go first, just basically because you're on that side of my screen. Oklahoma's at Kansas State. The total's 52.5. What's your play on this one?
We're going to start by going under in this one. Looking at these two teams, Oklahoma, they went over in their first 2 weeks of the year, but since then, it's been 2 unders and pretty convincing unders. Their defense has really showed up, and their offense has not been entirely what we've expected it the last 2 weeks. On the other side, K-State has been quite a solid defense to watch. I've been betting them a bunch. Unfortunately, they didn't convert last week, but they've gone under in 2 out of the 4 games, and under in the last one as well. So I'm going with the under in this one.
Chip, how do you feel about it?
Well, Allie, we have action here because I'm going to play the over, and I'll tell you why. I mean, Oklahoma has played at home, and they're 2-2 on the season to the total. 23-11 on the road to the over against teams with winning records. Now, K-State is 2-2, but K-State is 4-0 to the over as a dog. And these two have met the last 6 times when Kansas State has hosted. It's gone over 6 times in a row. So I'm going to play the over 52.5, I think was the number we have here. I'm not quite sure. But I think Oklahoma Rattler is finally going to put it together. K-State has been tough. There's no doubt the team is built on defense. Tyler Thompson, their quarterback, has been out. But I think Oklahoma can probably score enough points to push this total over.
All right. So already we're off to a disagreement. Francisco's in the house. He gave us that Fonzarelli. Why don't you guys give us that thumbs up as well? Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Francisco says Tim Earl minus 250. He'll take it.
I would highly recommend getting a new book. I don't think I should be that big of a favorite. I don't even think I should be a favorite. Come on.
Tim's own brother says, "Give me Chip."
Thank you. Yes. Can I? At that point, can I?
That's a live dog right there. That's a live dog.
Can I get Chip at plus 225 too? That's some good plus money right there.
It is. All right. So Chip, Ole Miss is at Alabama. The total 79.5. I saw this get as high as 80. I think it opened around like a 76 though. So what's your play on this? Over or under?
Ordinarily, with that number that high, 79.5 right now, I believe is what we have. I would look to play the over, considering Alabama's 3-1 to the over already this year. Mississippi 2-1. Mississippi leads the nation with 635 yards a game, averaging 52.7 points. Number 1. Alabama's no slouch on offense either. We know that at 46.5 points a game. And it looks so obvious to be playing the over here because they've gone over. Mississippi has gone over 7 of the last 9 times they played against teams with winning record, and Alabama's gone over 26-1 after they've held opponents to 20 points, which they did last week. But I'm going to tell you something. I think that Al Saban, what's his name? Nick Saban was a bit, there's been a lot of Sabans that were going there. Some of them even committed suicide. But Nick Saban, last year, was kind of embarrassed giving up 48 points to Mississippi. I mean, they scored 63 themselves. They had Mac Jones, of course, at quarterback. This time it's a little different around. I think Alabama may pressure this Mississippi offense, and I look for this game to stay under the total.
Under we go. All right, Nicholas or Timothy, what do you think about this one? Sorry. I don't talk to you guys enough. I'm sorry.
I know. I guess we really don't give consensus picks. I'm going over. I think this one's just going to be an overall track meet. I could see this one being close to 35 points by the end of the first quarter. And you're giving me 79. I think this one could be over by the third. I know that 79.5 points is a lot, but as you mentioned, Ole Miss's offense has been one of the best this year, and Alabama is Alabama. So I'm just going over in this one. I think even though it's gone up 3 points since opening, I think this one goes over.
I'm with Chip on this, and it's in the word obviously, because when things are so obviously one way, that means the public's all over them. So I like, if something's super obvious, I like to go the other way. Timothy, start me off, but they still got to play the game. I mean, no trash talk to you, Tim, but it was just that word. Florida is at Kentucky, 56 to you, Tim Earl.
This one was one of the ones that I was really back and forth on. I'm going to go over in this game. I just think we see a little bit more points from Florida. I think it's just a solid spot from them. They are coming off of a nice win against Tennessee and a really close game against Bama. I think that Florida coming into this one, I know Kentucky's 4-0. They've actually been quite impressive this year, but I'm seeing Florida. I'm seeing like they could put up at least 35 by themselves, get a little bit from Kentucky, and this one goes over.
Chip, do you agree or disagree with this pick?
I agree with him. Kentucky's gone over 5 of the last 6 times they've been at home, and Florida's gone over 16-5-1 on the road. And I think Kentucky has enough firepower to put up some points on the board here. And along with the Gators, I think this is going to be a lot more higher scoring than most would believe. I'm going to agree right here. I'm going to go over the total.
All right. I'm big on the SEC games going over. I really am. Last season, that was like my theme of last season was SEC, take it over. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Baylor's at Oklahoma, Chip, 47.5. What's the play here?
Well, I'm going to play under. I mean, Baylor's would have been his senior quarterback, Brewer, I believe his name. He transferred. And now he's left. He quit the school he went to. Oklahoma State has been playing to the under 15-4 in the last 19. And Baylor's been to the under 8-3 against teams of winning record. I think this is more of a defensive team. I don't see much explosiveness from either side right here. I look for this game to stay under the total.
Okay. And for you, Monsieur L, how do we feel about this one?
Yeah, I'm going under in this one as well. It was a dangerous look for me because I know Baylor has gone over 3 out of their 4 games this year. But most of those because they put up the points by themselves. I don't think they get to the total by themselves in this one. I think this one's a good defensive game. I will say me and Nick were on Baylor last week, points and money line, so cash that one. But we're going to go under in this game.
Baylor does have a good team. My friend who we call each other sisters, we've been friends since 5th grade. Her son, it's his first year at Baylor, and he got to be on the running line last weekend. So he got to run out at the beginning of the game on the field with his freshman line jersey on, and it was so stinking cool. So go Baylor is what I have to say about that. Baylor's a live dog again this weekend. Baylor's a good team, man. They're a dang good team. Arizona State is at UCLA. Timothy, you go first on this one.
All right, we're going to finish it off with an under in this game. Normally when we get to the late games, we normally see a little bit less, especially with this Arizona State team this year. They're 1-3 over-under record. And UCLA is 2-2 this year, but I do think this is going to be more of a defensive battle between these two teams. I'm going to go under in this game.
Chip, agree or disagree?
Well, I'm going to agree, even though there's a conflict of trends here, because UCLA has been an over team so far. But Arizona State's only allowing 275 yards a game, total yards a game on defense, 7-3 to the under in the last 10 Pac-12 games, and 6 an O to the under as road dogs, as ASU is here. I think it's going to be tougher for people to score. UCLA doesn't put the ball in the air as well as they have in the past. They're going to be more of a running game. I think the clock's going to be eaten up a good portion of the time. And the Sun Devils' defense, of course, is their strength. So I'm playing a game under as well.
This is not true. UCLA lost to Fresno State
Yeah.
before they beat Stanford, because I was on this Fresno money line, so I absolutely know that's not true. But they did beat a very good Stanford team, and I like them to beat Arizona tomorrow. I like the Bruins -3. Nick Earl does too. So just saying. Let's do some recapping. Let's do a little recapping. What do you say, y'all? So again, these games happen on Saturday, October the 2nd. My name's Allie Burns. Find me at Plus Money Honey on Twitter. This is Chip Chirimbus and our good friend Tim Earl. Find him at Earl Sports Bets and subscribe to his YouTube channel, Earl Sports Bets. Or wait, I said Bets Earl. That's what it's supposed to be. And then you can find both of them at picksandparlays.net. That's where all their premium plays and packages are. Use the promo code WNBA to save you 20% off the whole site. You could get both of their packages and save 20% off of that. Chip, what do you have going on this weekend at the site? Tell me about the A plays. Tell me about the Fab Fives.
You know how I love to hang my hat on my big play. Last Saturday, I did stub my toe, but I did win my game of the year in the Big Ten. You were laughing at me, but it won. And on Sunday, we're still undefeated, 5-0 with our top-rated megabuck plays. And have another Fab Five on Sunday, 4-1 last week. Looking for our 5th straight winning Sunday.
I love it. All right. And Timothy, what do you and Nick have prepared for this weekend? I know you guys like to get in on a lot of action.
Last weekend we went 10-5 with our college football. We'll have another 15 games up this weekend. Lots of games, lots of value to choose from. There's NFL, of course, the final weekend of baseball. Not to mention, me and Nick are still number 1 on the site for WNBA. We're the only one that's put it up or anything, but we've only lost 1 game since the playoffs have started. I think we're like 6-1-1 since playoffs, so solid run there. And then NFL on Sunday, 6 games, so lots of action.
And Nick was telling me before that he's been doing some preseason hockey. Have y'all been putting picks like that on the site, or you're just giving out?
They're not available. Not available.
Okay, just double checking. But definitely that's why you want to subscribe to Earl Sports Bets, because they do their own free pick videos on things like CSGO esports and preseason hockey and stuff like Team Vitality. I love Furia. Furia is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Astralis. I love some Astralis.
I cashed on them today. I cashed on Astralis today.
Nice. See, that's why they're my favorite right there. 6-2 in preseason hockey so far, said Nick. Yeah, so pay it. That's why you got to subscribe to their channel. Next Total Chaos, I'm going to try to do one tomorrow morning for the NFL, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's do some recapping. We've got Oklahoma at Kansas State, 52.5. We're split here. Tim goes under, Chip goes over. Ole Miss at Alabama, split again. Tim is going over, and Chip is going under. Florida at Kentucky, they're both taking it over. It's an SEC game, for crying out loud. Also, Nick likes the Florida team total to go over on that one. I saw that in the chat. Yeah. Baylor at Oklahoma State, 47.5, and they're both taking that one under. And for the marquee matchup of the night, ASU's taking on UCLA, 55 and a hook's the number, and they're both taking it under. Remember, when they agree, the consensus picks tend to be the most valuable on the show. We gave you 3 of them here today. Don't forget to check out these guys at picksandparlays.net and use the promo code WNBA to save 20% off the entire site. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure as always. Thank you, and may the best capper win.
Good luck.
Thank you, Allie.